You're listening to the audio production of The Gospel After Christendom, an introduction to cultural apologetics, by Colin Hanson, Schuyler R. Flowers, and Ivan Mesa, editors. Published by Zondervan and read by Mike Lenz. For Timothy J. Keller, 1950 to 2023, cultural apologist par excellence and mentor to us all. Introduction. We need cultural climatologists. Colin Hanson. Back in 2016, I asked the noted sociologist James Davison Hunter a few questions about that season's tumultuous political campaigns. Who better to answer than the scholar who popularized the phrase culture war? His response startled me. He waved off my questions and said he doesn't forecast the weather. He studies climatology. The message stuck with me. We need more cultural climatologists today. We need people not just responding to the immediate events in our daily news feed, the weather, but also studying and assessing the deeper-rooted values, ideologies, narratives, and patterns at work in our culture, the climate. At the Keller Center for Cultural Apologetics, we don't necessarily think cultural apologetics is the only, or even always the best, way to defend the Christian faith. But we do think the climate is ripe for cultural apologetics. This practice connects us to vital sources of biblical, theological, and historical wisdom, so we can share and apply the gospel in compelling ways for our secular age. Indeed, we're living amid the largest religious transformation in American history. Some 40 million Americans have left the church in the last 25 to 30 years. Many other Western countries have already seen similar declines. But that's not the only challenge. Since the decline and fall of Christendom, as church attendance cratered across many Western nations in the 20th century, believers in Western countries now face a strange mixture of apathy and antagonism toward the gospel. Many of our neighbors view Christianity as yesterday's news, but also as the source of today's problems. This is a new challenge, a big challenge, and many church leaders have no idea what to do. We hope this book will help. It's all cultural. For many, apologetics is associated with arguments over rational, philosophical proofs. It's a matter of the head instead of the heart, a debate over facts instead of feelings. But no matter what kind of apologetics you practice, you're arguing according to a certain set of rules, in a particular language, attuned to what you expect to resonate in your time and place. In other words, it's always cultural, never purely timeless. And it's never purely rational. We need to recover apologetics as a matter of the heart and hands, as well as the head. We need to recover apologetics as a project for the whole church, and not just for those who enjoy arguing. Cultural apologetics isn't a new academic discipline. It's a means to reconnect the church to the best biblical and historical resources for presenting and defending the faith, once for all, delivered to the saints. Jude 3. In the Gospels, we see Jesus commonly deploy illustrations from everyday life that connect with his neighbors in an agricultural society. In the book of Acts, Peter's sermon at Pentecost and Paul's sermon on Mars Hill convey the same gospel message, but strike different notes based on their respective hearers: the Jewish diaspora and Greek philosophers. Acts chapter 2, verses 14 through 41, chapter 17, verses 16 through 34. Justin Martyr's First Apology in the 2nd century and Augustine's City of God in the 5th century speak timeless truth in timely ways for dramatically different moments in the history of the Roman Empire. From these biblical and historical examples, you can see there's nothing new about cultural apologetics. No matter your strategy, you can't avoid culture, because culture itself is another way to describe what we mean by religion. Everybody worships someone or something. Missiologist Leslie Newbigin argued that culture
Sample complete. Ready to continue?